Had one of my students over a while ago, and I was working with him on throwing and throwing different stuff than what I normally throw. Some ranting knives and some iron post knives. And of course the SOG tomahawk, he wanted to throw that. So anyway, you get to training and get your finesse down with one hawk or one knife, and you pick up a bunch of other stuff. You start just throwing, trying to instruct a little bit. You go back to what you'd been training with, it throws you way off. I'm not talking about being able to stick a knife. I'm talking about finesse golf tees, putting golf tees, stuff like that. What you develop with a knife that you've been training with, or a hawk that you've been training with, and you go to a different weight, different length, different release, everything. It takes you 15, 20 throws, it does anyway, to get back to your precision, finesse type throwing that you were doing with the throwing objects that you were working with. So, cowboy hats off, this is the advanced throwing cap. So what I'm doing now, trying to get back into a training routine and get used to what I was throwing, is throwing a diamond with a card in the middle and trying to hit the card without cutting the rubber band. What that does for you, it's not just a challenge. You narrow the field down to where you'll get more center cuts in the card, because if you hit here and you've angled the hawk, you're going to cut the rubber band. Same way for this one over here. So if you get in a training program and you're training for an event and you choose a knife or a hawk or a set of 3 knives and a set of 3 hawks, it doesn't matter. If you get to playing around, throwing different stuff, having fun with some people, be prepared to have to get zoned back in, get that finesse down. I'm talking about after you've been training a while and you're starting to get that finesse throw in there where you can throw dead center strikes. If you're playing around with something else, be prepared. You're going to have to back up and throw 15, 20 throws to get back to that finesse, what you were using. Let me throw the tomahawk here and see if I can't get back away from the SOG hawk and get back to my hawk, and see if I can't throw and cut a card without cutting the rubber band. Take a warm-up shot. Needs to be just a little bit higher up to the right. So, in fact, getting used to the finesse and the feel of what I was training with. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. Rubber band's not cut. Good cut on the card. Those are finesse throws. To me, this is advanced knife throwing and tomahawk throwing. You've got to go for the center of the card. I know I've got a shadow in there, but rubber band is not cut. And when you're in training for a contest, you get a certain finesse with a knife and a hawk, or a set of knives and a set of hawks, that you won't get with anything else. So thought I'd share that with you. I hope you understand what I'm talking about it. If you've been one to train like me, then you will understand what I'm saying, that once you get used to a hawk and a knife, if you're going to clown around, you're going to have to back up to get your finesse back with the stuff that you've been training with. Thank you. Have a nice evening.